I cleaned Andrew and Sarah Ferguson's bedroom. I'll never forget what I saw. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's behavior behind closed doors has long come under scrutiny, with allegations of bullying and examples of deeply entitled and strange behavior. As the second son of the late Queen, Andrew Mountbatten Windsor developed a penchant for finer things in life, and clearly enjoyed the many privileges and status afforded to him by his birth. For years, the disgraced 65-year-old has been dogged by rumors about his reputation behind closed doors, described by insiders as being both arrogant and entitled, with allegations he would bully and humiliate staff. He is also alleged to have made bizarre requests of royal employees, and would reportedly scream and shout if they were not followed through. Such is Andrew's level of entitlement that he is reportedly still insisting on HRH titles at his home, and is making staff bow or curtsy when entering a room. Andrew is currently preparing to leave the 30-room Royal Lodge, having also been stripped of his royal titles and honors, including his birthright title of Prince by King Charles as a result of his ties to convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Andrew has strenuously denied all claims against him. However, Rob Shooter's #ShooterScoop reports that actually nothing has changed inside Royal Lodge. A household insider said, "The butler still says Your Royal Highness, and the staff still bow." Andrews made it clear, palace rules don't apply inside his walls. He insists it's his birthright, not something the king can erase. Andrew's bizarre behavior behind closed doors is nothing new. One former maid previously lifted the lid on working for Andrew, and shared details of his very odd bedroom. Charlotte Briggs, a former maid who worked at the palace in the mid-90s, revealed that the former prince had 72 cuddly toys on his bed. She said the toys had to be lined up in size order, and it took staff an entire day to be trained on how to arrange them on his bed. She told The Sun, "As soon as I got the job, I was told about the teddies, and it was drilled into me how he wanted them. I even had a day's training. Everything had to be just right. It was so peculiar," she added, but he absolutely loved the teddies and was very clear about how he wanted them arranged. The biggest teddies were said to be put at the back, and the rest were in descending order of size to the smallest at the front. Andrew's two favorite teddies were placed on mahogany thrones at his bedside, Charlotte claimed. The vast majority of teddies were dressed as sailors, in uniforms and caps, and came from all over the world. Charlotte also stated that the ex-duke frequently lost his temper with the staff, especially if it involved his cuddly toys. She added, "It took me half an hour to arrange the most bizarre thing to be paid for." Royal author Ingrid Seward, meanwhile, claimed that his ex-wife Sarah Ferguson also slept among the teddies when they were together. The expert said she was surrounded by around a dozen teddy bears on his bed during their marriage. In an ITV documentary about Andrew, there were more claims about the handwritten guide to arrange the toys and other items in the room. According to former Royal Protection Officer Paul Page, the handwritten guide referred to 2 toy hippos, a black panther and bears, as well as 3 cushions called Daddy, Ducks and Prince. It showed exactly where to place blankets, as well as 5 toys and a fur, which had ribbons that had to hang off the side of the bed. According to Paul, the instructions we relaminated and titled Doy Bed. Points for turn down making the bed, with Andrew keeping the accompanying sketch close to his bed while staying at the palace. And he would scream and shout if his servants failed to place them exactly how he wanted, ex-protection officer Paul Page told ITV's Ghislaine, Prince Andrew and the Pedophile. It comes after Andrew Laurie's explosive biography on Andrew and Fergie, entitled The Rise and Fall of the House of York, lifted the lid on more of Andrew's demands, with one former equerry for the Queen Mother describing Andrew as a rude, ignorant sod. According to Laurie's book, Andrew insisted that the maids in his home climb 4 floors of stairs just to open his curtains for him in the morning, whilst he lay right beside them. A source claimed, his bedtime habits as a single man left a lot to be desired, and a collection of scrunched up, soiled tissues usually lay scattered around the bed each morning for staff to collect after they had made his bed. And on one occasion, Andrew is said to have brought a television technical worker to his royal home in the middle of the night, insisting the technician explain how the remote worked.